For years, fans and insiders alike have speculated about what truly happened behind the scenes of one of music's most infamous stories, the tumultuous relationship between Chris Brown and Rihanna, and the role Jay-Z may have played in the fallout. While much of the narrative has been shaped by public headlines, whispers of deeper truths have lingered in the background, waiting to be unveiled. Now, Chris Brown has decided to break his silence, revealing shocking details that could reshape everything we thought we knew. Was Jay-Z simply a mentor protecting his protege, or was there more to the story than met the eye? And how did these events shape the careers and personal lives of three of the music industry's most iconic figures? Stay with us as we uncover untold truths, re-examine old rumors, and dive into Chris Brown's explosive revelations about Rihanna, Jay-Z, and a chapter in music history that still reverberates today. At the heart of this story lies a web of relationships that defined an era of music. Chris Brown and Rihanna, once seen as the golden couple of pop and R&B, captivated fans with their undeniable chemistry. Both were young, wildly talented, and at the peak of their careers. But their relationship was far from perfect, marked by both passionate highs and devastating lows. Enter Jay-Z, a powerhouse figure not only in Rihanna's career but in the industry as a whole. As Rihanna's mentor and the man responsible for signing her to Def Jam Records, Jay-Z played a pivotal role in shaping her rise to superstardom. Many believe Jay-Z saw Rihanna as his protege, fiercely protective of her image and future. This dynamic added an undeniable complexity to the triangle between Chris, Rihanna, and Jay-Z. Speculation grew after the infamous altercation between Chris and Rihanna in 2009. Reports circulated that Jay-Z was livid over what had happened, allegedly warning Chris to stay away from Rihanna or face serious consequences. These rumors painted Jay-Z as a protective figure, but for Chris, they suggested interference that went beyond professional boundaries. Over the years, fans and insiders have wondered, was Jay-Z's involvement purely about safeguarding Rihanna, or was there more at play? Chris's recent revelations suggest that tensions between him and Jay-Z were simmering long before the public fallout, and these tensions may have shaped their interactions in ways we never imagined. But how much of it was true, and how much was speculation? Let's dive deeper. The events of February 8th, 2009 remain one of the most shocking moments in pop culture history. Chris Brown and Rihanna, the music industry's golden couple at the time, attended a pre-Grammy party together, but what unfolded later that night would leave the world stunned. Reports of a heated altercation in a car between the two artists dominated the news cycle, and the release of graphic details and photos of Rihanna's injuries turned the spotlight into an unforgiving glare. Chris was swiftly charged with felony assault, and his image as a rising R&B superstar crumbled overnight. But what really happened during that fateful night? For years, both Chris and Rihanna remained relatively silent about the specifics, leaving room for rumors to swirl. While Rihanna later opened up about the physical and emotional scars, Chris's side of the story was shrouded in mystery until now. In his recent revelations, Chris sheds light on the arguments leading up to the incident. He describes an emotionally charged relationship that had been spiraling out of control, plagued by insecurities and external pressures. According to Chris, the fight wasn't an isolated event, but the result of simmering tensions that had been building for months. Adding to the complexity, whispers suggested that Rihanna had confided in Jay-Z about her struggles with Chris, further fueling the tension between the two men. While Jay-Z's role in the fallout remained speculative for years, his protective stance over Rihanna only added fuel to the narrative of a personal and professional triangle. This was more than just a scandal, it was a defining moment for everyone involved. It not only reshaped public perceptions of Chris and Rihanna, but also laid the groundwork for the simmering tension between Chris and Jay-Z, a tension that would influence their careers for years to come. But that night was just the beginning of a much larger, more complex story. What followed was a domino effect of career fallout, public feuds, and allegations that went far beyond what anyone could have imagined. For years, Chris Brown maintained a carefully guarded silence about the details of what happened that night, allowing public opinion and media narratives to shape the story. However, in a recent interview, Chris opened up like never before, revealing a side of the story that had largely remained hidden. His confession was raw and unfiltered, offering a glimpse into the emotional turmoil that defined his relationship with Rihanna and the impact of the infamous altercation on both their lives. Chris described the night as the culmination of months of mounting tension. He admitted to mistakes, owning up to his role in the altercation while shedding light on the circumstances that led to it. According to Chris, their relationship was both passionate and volatile, a dynamic intensified by the pressures of fame and their constant presence in the public eye. He acknowledged his immaturity at the time, explaining that his inability to handle conflict constructively played a significant role in their downward spiral. One of the most shocking revelations was Chris's account of how external influences added fuel to their already unstable relationship. He claimed that outside voices, friends, colleagues, and even industry heavyweights exacerbated their problems. Chris hinted at how some individuals within their circle exploited their issues for their own gain, turning private disputes into public spectacles. Chris also touched on the role of social media in amplifying the fallout. He described the overwhelming scrutiny that followed, how the public's judgment became suffocating, and the toll it took on his mental health. "I was 19, and the world hated me," he admitted. "It felt like no matter what I did, I could never recover from that night." Despite the raw honesty in his words, Chris also expressed frustration with the way his attempts to make amends were perceived. He shared details of how he sought therapy, anger management, and counseling to address his behavior, emphasizing his commitment to growth and change. However, the stigma of that night continued to follow him, creating barriers in both his personal and professional life. For Chris, breaking his silence wasn't about seeking redemption, it was about setting the record straight. By sharing his side of the story, he hoped to provide context and insight into the complexities of their relationship, while also taking responsibility for his actions. But even as he opened up, Chris was careful to avoid pointing fingers, instead focusing on the lessons he learned and the steps he's taken to become a better person. His revelations reignited public interest in the saga, prompting questions about forgiveness, accountability, and whether true redemption is possible in the unforgiving world of celebrity culture. Yet Chris's candid confession wasn't the end of the story. It was a turning point, one that brought new light to his feud with Jay-Z and the industry's reaction to his tumultuous past. Jay-Z's influence on Rihanna's career cannot be overstated. As her mentor, collaborator, and the person who discovered her, Jay-Z played a pivotal role in shaping the trajectory of her rise to global stardom. From the moment she auditioned for him in 2005, Jay-Z recognized Rihanna's unique talent and star potential, signing her to Def Jam Records and pushing her first hit, Ponder Replay, into the spotlight. Throughout Rihanna's early years in the music industry, Jay-Z was not just her boss, but also a figure of guidance and protection. He often described her as a sister and spoke publicly about his commitment to ensuring her success. However, his role extended beyond just professional mentorship. Jay-Z was reportedly deeply involved in Rihanna's personal well-being, especially following the infamous altercation between her and Chris Brown. Rumors swirled about Jay-Z's reaction to the incident, with some claiming that he was furious with Chris for hurting Rihanna. According to industry insiders, Jay-Z allegedly viewed Rihanna as more than just an artist. She was a protege whose career and reputation he felt personally responsible for protecting. Some reports suggest that Jay-Z even took steps to blacklist Chris from certain industry circles, an allegation that has been debated for years. While neither Jay-Z nor Rihanna have directly confirmed these claims, Chris himself has alluded to feeling the weight of Jay-Z's influence in the aftermath. Jay-Z's protective stance reportedly created tension between him and Chris Brown. In one interview, Chris hinted at how certain powerful figures in the industry had worked against him, though he refrained from naming names. Fans speculated that Jay-Z was one of these figures, given his close relationship with Rihanna and the widespread belief that he was instrumental in distancing her from Chris after the altercation. Adding to the complexity was the speculation about the depth of Jay-Z and Rihanna's connection. While there has never been concrete evidence to suggest their relationship went beyond professional boundaries, tabloid whispers and fan theories occasionally surfaced, questioning the nature of their bond. These rumors only intensified the tension between Jay-Z and Chris, with some suggesting that jealousy might have played a role in their feud. His revelations reignited public interest in the saga, prompting questions about forgiveness, accountability, and whether true redemption is possible in the unforgiving world of celebrity culture. Yet Chris's candid confession wasn't the end of the story. It was a turning point, one that brought new light to his feud with Jay-Z and the industry's reaction to his tumultuous past. Jay-Z's influence on Rihanna's career cannot be overstated. As her mentor, collaborator, and the person who discovered her, Jay-Z played a pivotal role in shaping changing the trajectory of her rise to global stardom. From the moment she auditioned for him in 2005, Jay-Z recognized Rihanna's unique talent and star potential, signing her to Def Jam Records and pushing her first hit, Ponder Replay, into the spotlight. Throughout Rihanna's early years in the music industry, Jay-Z was not just her boss, but also a figure of guidance and protection. He often described her as a sister and spoke publicly about his commitment to ensuring her success. However, his role extended beyond just professional mentorship. Jay-Z was reportedly deeply involved in Rihanna's personal well-being, especially following the infamous altercation between her and Chris Brown. Rumors swirled about Jay-Z's reaction to the incident, with some claiming that he was furious with Chris for hurting Rihanna. According to industry insiders, Jay-Z allegedly viewed Rihanna as more than just an artist. She was a protege whose career and reputation he felt personally responsible for protecting. Some reports suggest that Jay-Z even took steps to blacklist Chris from certain industry circles, an allegation that has been debated for years. While neither Jay-Z nor Rihanna have directly confirmed these claims, Chris himself has alluded to feeling the weight of Jay-Z's influence in the aftermath. Jay-Z's protective stance reportedly created tension between him and Chris Brown. In one interview, Chris hinted at how certain powerful figures in the industry had worked against him, though he refrained from naming names. Fans speculated that Jay-Z was one of these figures, given his close relationship with Rihanna and the widespread belief that he was instrumental in distancing her from Chris after the altercation. Adding to the complexity was the speculation about the depth of Jay-Z and Rihanna's connection. While there has never been concrete evidence to suggest their relationship went beyond professional boundaries, tabloid whispers and fan theories occasionally surfaced, questioning the nature of their bond. These rumors only intensified the tension between Jay-Z and Chris, with some suggesting that jealousy might have played a role in their feud. Beyond the personal drama, Jay-Z's focus remained on ensuring Rihanna's career not only survived but thrived after the controversy. Under his guidance, she released a string of successful albums, including Rated R and Loud, which marked a turning point in her image and sound. Jay-Z's influence was also evident in the strategic collaborations and endorsements that elevated Rihanna into a global brand, cementing her position as one of the most successful artists of her generation. While Jay-Z's support of Rihanna was widely praised, it also cast a long shadow over Chris Brown's career. Many believe that Jay-Z's influence contributed to Chris's difficulty in regaining industry respect, further fueling speculation about the rapper's behind-the-scenes involvement in shaping the narrative around the incident. Ultimately, Jay-Z's role in Rihanna's career reflects his ability to navigate the complexities of the music industry while fiercely protecting those he considers family. Yet his alleged actions toward Chris Brown reveal the extent to which personal loyalties and professional decisions can intertwine, creating ripple effects that continue to shape the lives and careers of everyone involved. For Chris Brown, the aftermath of the 2009 incident marked the beginning of a long and difficult journey toward redemption. Overnight, the once beloved R&B star became a polarizing figure in the music industry. Fans and critics alike questioned whether he could ever recover from the fallout, as his career seemed to hang by a thread. Despite his undeniable talent, the shadow of that infamous night continued to loom large over his public image. In the immediate aftermath, Chris issued a public apology, expressing deep remorse for his actions. He described the experience as a turning point, one that forced him to confront his behavior and its consequences. However, many felt his apologies were insufficient, and the backlash was swift and unforgiving. Award shows, sponsorships, and even radio stations distanced themselves from him, leaving Chris to navigate an uphill battle to restore his reputation. The industry's reaction was compounded by whispers of Jay-Z's influence in keeping Chris at arm's length. While this was never officially confirmed, the narrative of Jay-Z's role in protecting Rihanna and subtly blacklisting Chris became a recurring theme. Chris himself later hinted at feeling boxed in by certain powerful figures in the industry, adding fuel to the speculation. Still, Chris's determination to reclaim his place in music was unwavering. He threw himself into his craft, releasing his third studio album, Graffiti, later in 2009. While the album received mixed reviews and failed to perform as strongly as his previous work, it was clear that Chris was intent on proving his worth as an artist. Over time, his output became more prolific, with hit albums like FAME and Fortune signaling a comeback, though not without controversy. Beyond his music, Chris also worked to show growth in his personal life. He underwent counseling and anger management courses, often speaking about his journey in interviews. He sought to reframe the narrative, emphasizing that he was learning from his mistakes and striving to become a better person. While some fans forgave him and celebrated his his efforts, others remained skeptical, citing repeated incidents of volatile behavior as evidence that he hadn't truly changed. One of the most pivotal moments in Chris's redemption arc came when he and Rihanna were photographed together years after the incident. Their apparent reconciliation shocked fans and reignited debates about forgiveness and accountability. While Rihanna later clarified that they were on good terms but not romantically involved, their ability to move past the incident showcased the complexities of their relationship and the resilience of their personal journeys. Despite his efforts, Chris's road to redemption has been anything but smooth. While he has continued to achieve commercial success with chart-topping hits and collaborations, his past remains a contentious subject. For every step forward, public opinion has often been quick to remind him of his missteps, creating a dual narrative of triumph and controversy. Today, Chris Brown stands as a testament to the challenges of rebuilding a career in the public eye. His story is one of talent, mistakes, and the ongoing struggle to balance fame with personal accountability. While opinions about him remain divided, there's no denying his resilience and his ability to remain a force in the music industry against all odds. However, the lingering question of whether he has fully earned redemption is one that continues to spark debate. In recent years, the narrative surrounding Chris Brown, Rihanna, and Jay-Z has taken unexpected turns. While the past cannot be erased, time has brought a new perspective to their interconnected stories. Chris and Rihanna have both grown into global superstars, each carving out their legacies in the music industry while addressing their personal journeys. For Rihanna, her rise to becoming a billionaire entrepreneur and music icon showcased her resilience. Her success with Fenty Beauty, Savage X Fenty, and her continued influence in music demonstrated that she transcended the narrative tied to the events of 2009. Rihanna has often spoken about forgiveness, even admitting in interviews that she has made peace with Chris and moved forward. In her words, holding on to anger was a burden she didn't want to carry, emphasizing the importance of healing and growth. Chris Brown, on the other hand, has remained a complex figure in the public eye. His musical success has been undeniable, with numerous hits, collaborations, and sold-out tours. However, his personal life continues to spark debate. Recent years have seen Chris attempting to soften his image, focusing on his children and maintaining a more low-key presence in the media. While controversy has not entirely left his side, his efforts to reconcile with his past have been evident in his interviews and interactions with fans. One of the most notable developments was the pair's public acknowledgement of their reconciliation as friends. In a 2020 interview, Rihanna stated, "We've worked through it. We've grown. We're at peace." This declaration shocked fans, especially considering the years of media speculation about lingering tensions. Chris echoed similar sentiments, expressing gratitude for Rihanna's forgiveness and wishing her the best in life and her career. Their ability to move past the incident set an example of growth and maturity, though it didn't erase the polarizing views surrounding their relationship. The role of Jay-Z in this narrative has also evolved. Once perceived as a protector of Rihanna and a barrier to Chris Brown's resurgence, Jay-Z has largely stayed silent on the topic in recent years. However, industry insiders speculate that his focus has shifted toward broader goals in business and social justice, leaving behind the conflicts of the past. Despite this, his actions during the height of the drama remain a subject of debate among fans and critics. While the trio's stories remain intertwined, the recent developments highlight a broader theme: the power of reconciliation and personal evolution. Rihanna's ability to forgive, Chris's ongoing journey to accountability, and Jay-Z's influence in the industry reflect the complexities of navigating relationships in the public eye. Though the scars of the past remain, their willingness to address them and move forward has reshaped how fans perceive their dynamic. The lingering tension among fans, however, underscores how deeply this chapter of their lives impacted the public. While some celebrate their growth, others remain critical, arguing that not enough accountability has been taken. Regardless of the stance, it's clear that these three individuals have found ways to coexist, each continuing to shape their legacy on their own terms. This chapter, once defined by pain and controversy, has now evolved into a nuanced story of growth, resilience, and reconciliation. Whether the public fully accepts this resolution or not, it's undeniable that Chris, Rihanna, and Jay-Z have written one of the most compelling narratives in modern music history. The story of Chris Brown, Rihanna, and Jay-Z is far more than a tale of fame, controversy, and heartbreak. It is a complex narrative of power, protection, redemption, and the human capacity for growth. This saga highlights not only the pressures of life in the public eye, but also the transformative journeys of individuals navigating personal and professional struggles. For Rihanna, her rise from a young artist under Jay-Z's mentorship to a global icon of empowerment and entrepreneurship is a testament to her resilience. She overcame unimaginable personal challenges, emerging as a symbol of strength and grace. Rihanna's decision to forgive Chris Brown was a deeply personal one, reminding the world that forgiveness is as much about self-healing as it is about reconciliation. Chris Brown's path, while rocky and tumultuous, shows the weight of redemption. As one of the most talented artists of his generation, Chris has often been caught between his immense potential and his personal demons. His public acknowledgement of mistakes and efforts to rebuild relationships, especially with Rihanna, demonstrate a willingness to evolve, though not without controversy. For many, Chris represents the duality of talent and turmoil, leaving his legacy open to interpretation. Jay-Z, ever the enigma, played a pivotal yet understated role in this story. His position as a mentor and protector of Rihanna, coupled with his quiet yet powerful influence, solidified his standing as a dominant figure in the music industry. While his involvement in the aftermath of the infamous night remains a subject of speculation, his support for Rihanna reinforced the idea that behind the superstar is a circle of people who fiercely advocate for her well-being. This untold story delves into the layers of their intertwined lives, revealing a powerful mix of ambition, protection, and redemption. It shines a light on the human side of these megastars, often overshadowed by their fame and fortune. It's a story that underscores the reality that even those who seem larger than life are bound by the same emotions, struggles, and growth as the rest of us. As fans, critics, and the world continue to dissect the narrative, one thing remains clear. This saga is a defining chapter in music history. It reflects the complicated dynamics of the industry and serves as a reminder of the enduring themes of forgiveness and personal transformation. While each of their stories is still being written, the legacies of Chris Brown, Rihanna, and Jay-Z are forever linked by this chapter, a chapter filled with lessons, reflections, and a deeper understanding of the cost of fame. And as time moves on, this story will remain a powerful example of the intersection between humanity and celebrity, a tale of pain that transformed into resilience, a lesson in redemption, and a testament to the strength it takes to overcome even the darkest moments.